All right, we live. So tonight we're gonna talk about something really important, and this is really key for just everyday living, and especially in the crazy times we're in this world. It's just so important to grow and to protect yourself with how you move out here, whether you're at work, socializing, or just going out and about. The world we getting in, the world that we're entering into, the world that we already in, um, is very spiritual, and people are becoming more and more aware of energy. A lot of people might, they might hit you with the, "Oh, I don't know what spirituality is. What's that? I don't know anything about that." Now, a lot of people try to act like they're stupid or naive, but they know exactly what's going on. If you're a very high vibrational person, there's a very high probability or likelihood that you have people that you encounter on a day-to-day basis or in your environment that will try to cipher your energy. And if you don't know how to protect yourself from it, you can have your energy sucked out of you, your energy thrown off, and miss certain spaces and opportunities and moments for you to capitalize. And you can like lose things, lose your peace of mind, lose your energy, feel drained. A lot of people out here on demon time almost. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to protect yourself. And they don't teach this in school. They don't. There's no courses on this, but this is knowledge that everybody's aware of right now in the world. And a lot of people are on that type of time to where when you vibrate high, right, you have good energy no matter where you go. People compliment you on this. On one hand, a lot of people gravitate towards you. They love being around you. When you come around, it's almost like you're the life of the party. You're the light of the party. And good things always happen to you because you operate in good faith. Your energy is like pure, right? Like people can sense that you have good intentions, and because of that, they want to be around you, right? They want to spend time with you. They invite you places. People even give you money, like you'll be doing whatever you're doing, and people will be giving you extra tips. You'll be doing, and all of a sudden money just start popping up. You know how many times I've been somewhere, let's say I've been on a train and somebody behind me like paid for my train for it's like just the weirdest. What's up, Tequila, Tequila Land 5542. What's up? Hit the like button. But you know how many times that you'll be doing great things, right? Or you'll just be having a regular day and a stranger will help you out of nowhere. Somebody will pay for something for you when you never even asked or anything. You just get blessings. You get the little blessings that's a lot of people on a day-to-day basis like, yo, how did you even do that? How did you pull that off? That's because you have good energy. And when you have good energy, you create good karma, good luck. So you're always in this abundant state to where the small things or even the big things that you're trying to get done, you'll get the help. You'll get leeway. You'll get blessings out of nowhere. And that's because you vibrate high, and it's a gift that you have with your energy. It's almost like it opens up portals of good opportunities. You get good luck. You are the good luck. You know what I'm saying? And so good things are always happening for you on a day-to-day basis. And you attract a lot of success. You attract a lot of wealth. So people can, when you vibrate high, you have that gift of that good energy and your spirit is high, you have a bright personality. People can feel that on you. They know it's something different about you. They know you're the type of person they could just sense or smell success off you. You know what I'm saying? Um, said Hannah 19. Hello. She said you by the end of you by DM. I don't know what you mean by that. Kind of the word kind of messed up, but yo, this is a real gift that you have, man. And on one end, you get celebrated. On one end, People love being around you. On one end, you get gifts, you get blessings out of nowhere. People like want to be around you. Opportunities come your way. You just keep manifesting. It's almost like nothing bad really happens to you. Only good things happen to you. You generate good luck because you vibrate high, even in the darkest moments in this dark world. The world could be cold as hell, but you'll be warm. It could be dark, but you'll be filled with so much light. Your personality is so bright, you can't even help yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't even help yourself but to shine. It's just in you. That's because you have a gift. You have a certain blessing on you. And you are the gift yourself, right? You were born into a dark world, and that's probably why you're here, is to light up the world with your knowledge, with your personality, with your good energy. You can't have all good and no bad. So that's a lot of times um that's why you shine bright. You just have a glow about you that the world notices, and the universe responds to that by sending you back good things because you're always operating in a good spirit. Hannah said, "Oh, somebody say fun social." Okay, fun social said shovel ice. What? Hannah said, "In the end of you" by DM Sunwan. Still don't know what you. I think she said, but by the end she want a DM. Cornelia said, unwanted attention comes with the light, though. Yeah, you don't even want attention. You just naturally attracted to you. You're not, a lot of times you'll be thinking you're minding your business and you're just doing what you got to do on a day-to-day basis. But you don't even realize how bright you're shining. You know, if somebody would tell you, hey, you have really good energy. Or even like animals, like a lot of times when you vibrate really high, when you come across like cats, they'll stare at you. When you walk in a path where there's cats around, the cat might kind of run away from other people. When you walk by, they stop and they stare and they look at you as you walk by. And it's weird. It's something like creepy, like they studying you, but they're connecting with you. They're seeing like it's your frequency that creates that different response in them because they don't sense a threat. They sense an energy from a being that they know vibrates high and doesn't mean them any harm. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not trying to do anything to them. They can sense it in your spirit. So they respond to you differently. People respond differently to you. The universe responds differently to you. Right? Rim, him, Kamari said, hi, what's up, Kamari? Welcome to the chat. Hit the like button. It's joy, it's Jovi Light. The world tries to pull us in, but why? Yeah, the world tries to pull you in because they need your energy. A lot of people are in lack. You know, a lot of people are lacking in that energy. They lack good energy. A lot of people, especially toxic people, this is a toxic individual where when a lot of people are toxic, right? And they live in darkness. They live in a negative energy. They're always in a cycle of problems. They like the problems, they like the toxicity, they like the drama. But when you come around, you're a breath of fresh air because they can understand spiritually, whether they study it or not. Most people do study it. They know that if they get you into their space and pull you in, they can extract your light, they can extract your energy and siphon you. This is about people try to pull you in to siphon you, y'all, to where when you come around, just by you being around, they know how to manipulate or harness your energy and take it on for themselves, suck your energy out of you, place it in themselves, and now they're vibrating as you. They're going around as you. They're getting opportunities. Things are happening in their favor. They thinking about certain things that they want, and it's manifesting for them. That's because they want to siphon you. Um, but also, toxic people also want to destroy that. Somebody that's operating in negative energy, they want to destroy positive energy. Positive energy disturbs them. It's almost like the devil, right? The devil want to destroy you. He just don't want to use you. He want to destroy you. He hates that you exist. If I'm no good, I don't like anybody that's good or anybody that has a light. If I'm filled with darkness, I don't like who I am. I don't really like myself. I have self-esteem issues, then I'm going to despise the person that has confidence. I'm going to hate your guts because you represent everything that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Um, a son of the Lord, let's say, somebody say, okay, now Rim, him, Kamari. Um, Somebody said bombastic side eye. Jesus is he that followeth me shall not. Somebody said, wow, thank you, bro, for real. Yeah. When you operating in positive energy, a lot of people are gonna hate that light because a lot of people living in darkness. They living in negativity. They don't want to see anybody else have anything because they don't have anything. And it's really a loser mentality. Like if you're a loser, you hate winners. If you're dim, you hate somebody else's brightness. If you're boring, you hate somebody that comes around and steals attention because they actually have a personality, right? Like you hate what you don't have a lot of times. And it's really envy. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be aware of these things because it affects your energy on a day-to-day basis. It affects your finances. It affects your mental health. It affects how you sleep, right? It affects everything that you do. Energy is really everything, y'all. And earlier, I was looking at a clip of brothers talking about anxiety. It was a group of men talking about anxiety. And they said when they walk into a room sometimes they feel like they shouldn't be there. They're uncomfortable. They kind of get nervous, sweaty. And it's like, it's a social anxiety. And I used to struggle with this too. And I've gotten a lot better with dealing with anxiety, right? So, uh, a lot of that anxiety is not what you think it is. That's energy. You're a very spiritually sensitive person. Well, you could walk into a room, right, and you can sense and pick up on something's wrong, or there's some tension, or something in you tells you that I don't know what's going on in here, but I feel like I shouldn't be here, or I shouldn't be around these people. That's an energetic response to the energy that you're around. That's your spirit picking up on inconsistency and friction in the environment. So you picking up on that response in your body, you become anxious, right? That's a spiritual response to real threat around you. It might not be like actual physical threat, but it's more so like it's more so like you could pick up on negative intentions. You can just like how people can sense that you have good energy, you can sense if somebody has bad energy or negative energy. And when you're able to pick up on it, your body, your nervous system creates this like fight or flight response to where you start to get not literally jittery, but like anxious, uncomfortable. Uh your nerves start to kick in. You're like, why the hell am I nervous right now? I just walked in the room. Why you feeling nervous? Because you're picking up on negative energy. You picking on people that don't have good intentions. So you have the same exact response, right? So that's a gift that you have. It's a gift of discernment. Some people don't have that. Some people just naturally walk into rooms. And if you explain to them, like, yo, I feel like something's wrong in here right now. If you explain to somebody that, man, I feel like something's wrong in here right now. I don't like the energy in here. The normal person is going to look at you like, man, I don't know what you mean. We just walking in here. We just got in. I just got a drink. I'm cool. I'm chilling. But no, you're able to pick up on the unseen things that most people can't really see a lot of times. That's because you vibrate high. You're spiritually sensitive and you have the ability to see what most people don't see, right? When you think about the spiritual realm, you think about everything that exists in energy, but you really can't see it or even touch it, but you can sense it. You can feel it. It's you have intuitive nudges, these intuitive abilities that allows you to pick up on people's intentions. Even sometimes you can pick up on the thoughts of people sometimes. And so when you have a great personality or you have a gift of gab, when you know how to interact with people, or you just like a bright color in the room, toxic people, they don't know how to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Like in their mind, you're trying to steal the show from them. In their mind, you're trying to take over because they're insecure. If an insecure person is dying for validation, in which you don't. When you accept yourself and like who you are, you're confident, you have high self-esteem. Insecure people don't like when you come around because you naturally take up space without even realizing it, or you grab the attention of the room. Your personality, your energy is magnetic. It's majestic even. Um, you know how to galvanize people. People want to be around you. You're interesting. You're intriguing, right? A toxic person that is still battling their demons, who's struggling through insecurities, they're gonna resent you for that. And out of that resentment, they'll try to punish you. They'll try to make you look bad. They'll try to undermine you and try to humble you in front of people so that not only won't people think more of you or people will look down on you, but eventually you'll start to feel less about yourself and your confidence will go down because they can't stand that. That's a lot of times, yo, let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of times I couldn't understand for the life of me, bro, like why in certain spaces of my life, it felt like when you at work or in school or even amongst your family, it just feels like people just attack you for no reason. It's like you're doing the same exact thing as everybody else, right? You showing up, you walk into the room, you show up to work, you show up to a classroom, you show up to the party, whatever the case is. And it seems like soon as you walk in, there's a focus on you from certain people. From these toxic people, it's a focus on you because they can tell that you're different. That's why the thumbnail is you can't hide from your gift. Your energy is a gift. You're marked, most of y'all, man. You're marked. Just like how, if you ever heard that term, mark of the beast, like when somebody has a mark of the beast, meaning they carry a negative spirit and they're marked by the devil. Somebody could be marked by God to where no matter where you go, there you are. People can sense that there's something different about you. They could pick up on your high vibrational energy and they could pick up on your personality. You're just bright. You're strong. You're confident. You know who you are. You like yourself. You love yourself. You're physically attractive. You become very problematic to insecure people who haven't worked on themselves and who don't like to see anybody outshine them. We live in a competitive world, y'all. I don't know if you noticed. And one thing people hate more than you, let's say, having more followers than them, more than you being taller than them, um, sneakers, whatever. But you can always, compensate for those things. You can always work your way around them and make up for them in other areas. But the number one thing a toxic, negative person hates is when you outshine them. Is when you have confidence that they're struggling with because they can't control that. That's within you, and that was in you. Then nobody could take that away. They can't take that away from you. That's why they'll try to destroy you. They'll target you. They try to ruin your reputation so that people won't like you because you naturally garner respect. Because you don't care about what anybody thinks. You mind your business. You respect yourself. You like who you are, and you have a carefree, I don't give a fuck energy and attitude that makes people like, damn, I rock with you. I rock with him. I like them. Um, so you're very respectable in this way. And this negative people, toxic people, they're in their mind, they're like, yo, what is that? Like, how are they able to like walk into the room and people are naturally drawn to them? Like, how do they even do that? They looking at your sneakers. Is it their sneakers? They're looking at your hair. Is their hair? They're looking at your car outside. Okay, is it their car? How many followers? They're trying to figure out why you getting all this attention when you're just showing up being yourself. You might not even have all the things in the world. You might not even be a super rich person, but it's you. You get attention off of you. You get respect off of you. You get opportunities and you build wealth and good things naturally happen to you because of you, because what's inside of you. And so you become a target because they can't stand you. Let me get to these comments real quick. Um, She said, it's Joy Light said, yeah, negative feelings and thoughts are signals that you have the gifts. Sherry Allen, what's up, Sherry? Sherry said, hello, sir. What's up? God bless, brother. Expose it, scripture. What's up, bro? Hit the like button. Brandon Ways. What's up, Brandon? Welcome in. Subscribe if you haven't too. Said you like Kirk Franklin and R&B like you got that leadership. Yeah, that's a fact. It's good to meet you though. It's a blessing, bro. I'm gonna subscribe. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming through. Shout out to you, bro. Welcome to the family. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with the chat. So yeah, man, it's like you have a naturally commanding spirit and energy. And you've always had this since you was a kid. A lot of your family members, because your family could be the biggest haters in this case, y'all. We're gonna talk about that too. Your family could be the biggest opposers of your personal development because they see that you have a light about you. Some of y'all grew up with rough childhoods. You grew up with toxic family members, toxic siblings, toxic parents, and you couldn't understand why. Why it seems like you're scapegoated from your family. Why it seems like everybody else is cool and they could do what they want to do in a family, but it's just, you're an issue. Whatever you do, whatever you say is a problem. Why is there extra pressure on you? That's because of your light. That's because of your personality. It's almost like you don't fit in with your family even, some of y'all. If you do, that's great. It doesn't have to, just because you have a personality about yourself, you have a light, or you have a gift, doesn't mean that automatically everybody's against you or your family's against you. But a lot of times, in a lot of cases, you'll find out that this will cause resentment, anger, and an attempt to block you and sabotage you from your own family. I remember I was studying Simone Biles. If y'all know, obviously everybody knows Simone, gymnastic, Olympian. Um, I read a story about her mom, yo. When her mother had her, I think her mother was homeless when she was like a baby, whatever, as a child. She had a rough upbringing. Simone Biles said that her mother told her that she wasn't gonna be shit. And when she went through high school and everything, she stopped talking to her mother. And I think she went away like to high school, like some type of special school, those dorm schools. And she ain't talked to her mother ever since. But ever since she became a millionaire and she's a top athlete in the world and she's recognized by all these brands, all of a sudden, her mother wants to come back into her life. When you grow up and you being told that you ain't shit or you're not gonna be shit by your family, by your parents, it's usually the opposite. Because you gotta think about it, right? There's a lot of people in the world that aren't doing anything with their lives, but they don't get attacked. The people that get attacked are the people that have a gift, that have high vibrational energy, that have a personality, that have a lot of potential. So at an early age, people will try to stunt that potential. They'll try to block that potential by telling you negative things about yourself to break your confidence at an early age so that you won't be what you need to become because the confidence isn't there. Your light is dim. You might be broken in your spirit. So they'll say things like, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't this, you ain't. They'll try to create certain insecurities within you. They'll try to make you feel insecure so that you can't really grow into your full potential because of all this stuff that's going on, all this brokenness, right? Said my fam spoils me like crazy, like they don't want me to get it on my own, and they never really around to vibe with. Man, that's crazy. They're not around to vibe with you. Um, yeah, everybody's situation is different. Sometimes that's your family's way of keeping you within the loop, within control, right? Um, I don't know if your family like supports you in what you're doing. It's good that you get spoiled. In one sense, that's love, but in another sense, if they're not really there to support you in what you're doing, uh, with your ambitions, your aspirations, then You got to question that, fam. You got to question that. Yeah, man, yo, I used to wonder all the time in school, in certain spaces, everybody would be treated fairly. Everybody would be given the same energy. But it's like when I show up, all of a sudden there's some type of problem. I've had situations where I've had good enough friends or people around me that will step up and say to the teacher or to whoever at school, like, yo, he didn't even do anything. He just showed up. Other people see it, yo, and that's how you know it's real. When other people are seeing, yo, why is this person being targeted? They're just showing up just like everybody else. It's your light. And people that are living in darkness, they want to dim your light. They want to humble you. They want to diminish you. They don't want your light to exist. If they can't, it's like this. If they can't have your light for themselves, they don't even want it to exist, right? And a lot of these people that know that you have a light, that see that you have a spiritual gift about you, that you're just a gifted individual, they'll monitor you. There's people out there that do that, y'all. They'll monitor you, they'll study you, they'll watch you, and if they even know that you're making like big changes in your life, they make sure to get in the way. That's why you don't tell nobody nothing. Nowadays, with the crazy world we live in, y'all, don't tell nobody nothing. I don't tell nobody anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect your moves because a lot of folks don't want to see you do good. They always want to make sure that they're doing better than you, but they also really don't want you to be like do any good. It's like the world is so mean and like people are mean. People will try to work against you when you just being yourself. And again, it feels like you're being isolated and scapegoated because you are. Right? Shout out to y'all. Optical X-ray. What's up, man? Um, Armando Perez says we can stay up late swapping manly stores, and in the morning I'm making waffles. What? Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Uh, yeah, man. You wonder why you're being targeted. You wonder why that group of people don't like you for no reason. When you show up to the party, when you show up to the function, you wonder why. You wonder why. You wonder why you get attacked for no reason. You wonder why you'll meet people, but when they really find out who you are, attacks come up, problems arise, gossip. People want to talk about you. Oh, I don't like the way she did this. I don't like the way he did that. Who he think he is, man? They think they this. They think they that. And that's another thing, man. Like when people see that you think highly of yourself, the response is, who do you think you are? And that's the problem with the world, man. People don't like you because you like yourself. Not everybody, but these toxic individuals. They have a problem with you. They don't like you because you think highly of yourself. Because in a world where people are programmed to have low self-esteem, not know their worth, not know, they don't know their value, they don't even know how to really respect themselves. When you've developed all those things, or you've naturally had it since you were a child, they have a problem with you because they're broken. Broken people hate healed individuals, and the world thrives off of your brokenness. If you're broken, you overeat, you overspend, you participate in the chaos, you participate in ignorance. That's the main quality of a broken person. They don't want to learn, mainly for themselves, from their own mistakes, from what they got going on in their life. They don't want to adapt. They don't want to learn. They don't want to grow. Sometimes it's crazy to me how somebody's life will be messed up or they'll be broken and they're not trying to do anything to change it because people like operating in darkness. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that live in a world. They don't want to be healed. They don't want to do better. They want to be broken. They like to stay in that darkness. It's comfortable there. But you operate in light. So when you come around, you shine bright. Who are you? Get away from me. Who you think you are? It's like this. They holding up a hand to their face. You shining too bright. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? The hell? Yo, who are you? Who you think you are over here shining all bright? Get out of here. It's like you can overwhelm a dark person with your presence. Right? Shout out to it's Joy Light. What's up, bro? He said that's the for real silence in the wrong environments. Yeah. Stay silent in the wrong environments, man. In negative, toxic, dysfunctional environments, you being happy or talking about, you could be talking about you want to get, you found a good restaurant to eat at. They'll hate you just because of that. It's like nobody want to see you have anything. I don't know what's going on with this world, man, but I got to be honest, y'all. It's like the world is getting darker and darker and darker and darker. But again, for some reason, when you vibrate high, and I can experience this for myself, man. I've been experiencing this thing all week, all this week. Blessings. But it's a little things. It's people out of nowhere helping me with little things. It's compliments. Is people telling you have good energy because you do. And you got to really take heed to that. It's really confirmation. But on the other side of it, you get it's like the devil. The devil will work through different people to get to you. You wonder why different people have a problem with you for no reason. People in your family, old friends, or people that you kind of, were peers with, work people, co-workers. You wonder why. You wonder why people gossip about you. You don't even talk to these people. You didn't even have you haven't talked to these people in months, some of them in years. But you hear all of a sudden they talking bad about you. They don't like when you smile. They don't like when you look good. They don't like when you happy, when you smiling, smiling on social media because you like your life and you like yourself. Not saying that you have the best life, not saying that you're super rich, not saying none of that. But it's a lot of dark, negative people that don't want to see people happy. And it's their job to try to destroy you. That's why you don't tell nobody nothing. Because when people find out that you're happy, that life is going well for you, that life is going swell, that you're resourceful, that you have a good love life, that you're happy, that you finding new opportunities for yourself, you don't understand what that does to some people. Some people go home and they think about that, yo. Think about you. And they're going to try to come up with ways, okay, so how can I stop this? How can I block this person from getting ahead? How can I ruin their relationship? They're always on the phone and FaceTiming with this person and happy and taking pictures on social media. Who he think he is? Who she think she is? And they'll make it a part-time job for themselves. Sometimes it's a full-time job to stop that. You're dealing with toxic, insecure, envious, jealous people who don't like to see anybody have anything. That's what you're dealing with, right? Sherry Allen said, I'm finding out being silent is best. People are so evil. Yeah, you can't tell nobody nothing in this world, man. Sherry, you can't tell nobody nothing. People just, I'm telling you, y'all, and I had to learn this the hard way a few years ago, recently, but it's like, you can't tell nobody nothing, man. People find out that you're having a good day, that you're being blessed, that good things are happening for you, or that you have peace. You could tell somebody, man, I'm so happy, I got some peace, man. I was stressed before, now I got peace. They'll try to make sure that you're miserable because they never have peace. It's weird. And we really live in times where nobody wants to see anybody happy. People don't even want you to live. Some of these people don't want you to be alive, bro, because your light makes them feel like their life is shit. It makes them feel like their life is poor, or they feel inadequate in comparison to you. Because even though you might be in the same situation and circumstances than them, they might look at it from the outside looking in like, oh, they got it better than me, or they're more blessed than me, or they're more gifted than me, or They're lucky with certain things. So I'm gonna try to stop them. You don't tell nobody nothing, because when you tell somebody what you have going on, now they have access on how to stop you, even though you never did anything to them. And people are evil in that way, man. Um, Blue does said true. They call you arrogant, yeah, because that's all they know. Yeah, yeah. Negative people, people that don't know who they are, that don't respect themselves, that struggle with themselves, they call you arrogant because you have some confidence about yourself. And the mistake you could make is dimming your light. A lot of times when you get attacked, it's natural human instinct to say, your psychology says, okay, how can I avoid this? How can I protect myself in this situation? Subconsciously. And you can find yourself kind of dimming because you can see that your confidence and your personality and your light can make these people feel uncomfortable. So you naturally try to shrink a little bit. Don't do that. Stand up straight. Stick your chest out. Talk loud. Be yourself. Do what you normally do. Let these people be disturbed. Let them be bothered. It's not your business, right? And you need to check that at the door too. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anybody bully you out of your confidence or expressing yourself, right? A lot of times, that's what they'll do. It's almost like they want to pick at you or they want to turn people against you because you represent what they all don't have is some confidence about themselves. And they lack the personality. They vibrate low. They think about negativity. They think about how they can tear people down. They think about things that don't really have any substance, but you vibrating high. Uh, and thinking about the bigger things in life that you want for yourself. So a lot of people, when they see you vibrate high, they try to make you feel small. They try to bring you down to their level because misery loves company. Why should you be so happy when I'm miserable? Why do you feel good about yourself? I hate myself. Why are you smiling? I had a horrible day, but you having a good day. Um, you have no idea how negative a lot of people's lives are. Even though they have the same situation as you, but their brain searches for negativity because they operate in low frequency and low vibration, and they haven't raised their vibration. They haven't gotten to that place of gratitude. So that's their attitude, right? Um, Lady Reed said they are sadistic and love it. Yeah, they love the negativity. Optical X-ray said, I'm sleeping, so I have to go to sleep, but it's always nice stopping by. Appreciate you for stopping by. Hit the like button. Sherry Allen said, people also don't like when you become woke, awaken to the negativity within themselves and others. When we become accountable and fully awakened, those people become afraid. The light is frightening. Whoo! Oh, you cook right there. That was wisdom. Yeah, they scared. They're frightening. They're when you awaken to who you are, how powerful you are as a person, your relationship to God. When you're awake to the society, the bad foods, when you're awake that they want you to be out here making bad decisions. They want you to waste your money. They want you to be dumbed down. They want you to not recognize that you are a God or that you're divine and that you have a natural instinctive relationship with the Most High. But they're in darkness, they're in ignorance. They don't like that, man. They're scared because to a lot of you that are awakened, like Sherry said, your light and your consciousness, you're like alien to these people. And they hate it because they haven't upgraded their thinking. They're still down here. You upgraded it here in your mind. That's it. And you're thinking. But they're down there, and sadly, they want to stay there because for so long they've been programmed to be in that lower vibrational state. Get up, go to the store, get coffee, drag their feet, go to work, laugh, kiki high at work, come home, eat, junk food all day. They don't invest into themselves. And it's not that they're a bad person. It's that they're toxic and they're so used to the toxicity. And some people, believe it or not, are born to be that way because they've invested so much into darkness. Some people are comfortable in the darkness. Just like how some of y'all want to be in the light, you want to be awakened. You want knowledge, you want wisdom, you want to raise your frequency, you want to raise your consciousness, you want to raise your level of intelligence, you want to grow in life, you want to do better, experience better, look better, be in better shape, attract more things to you, positive relationships. Some people just love being in that dark state, y'all. They love the negativity. They love the misery. It's comfortable. They good there. They love being toxic. They love hating on people, gossiping. So when you come around, it's like polar opposites. It's like God meeting the devil. It's real talk because in the way it is, when you walking and knowing that you're a servant of God, right? You represent God. You're a child of God. Well, the child of the devil, when they see you, it's okay, it's go time. That's what you want. You with him, it's like war. It's like war. And the more they know about you, the more they'll know how to attack. And that's why you can't say nothing to nobody. Um, Lady Reed said, done, some of them you've never talked to or know their names. That's a fact. That's a fact. How you don't know me, but you hate me so much? How you don't know me, but you're talking about me? How you don't know me, but you're trying to sabotage what I'm trying to do? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? And in the times that we living in, this is very real to where, and a lot of times these are groups of people and they don't even like each other like that, y'all. That's the thing. Some people are around each other all the time and they don't even like each other, but they have a common enemy. They have a common issue. They got a common problem, and that's you. To where they figure if they come together, at least they have a better chance of bringing you down. If they come together, they have a greater probability of making your life miserable. They don't like, see, they know if they work by themselves, they'll be too weak. So they got to get a group of people. They don't even know each other like that. They don't like each other like that. They don't even really know you, but they can tell that you have a light. They don't like that you garner attention, that people are attracted to you, that people respect you. You have a confidence and light about you that they yet to find in themselves because they don't love who they are. So they hate you because you represent everything that they're not in that way. People with low self-esteem accuse people that are confident of arrogance. They hate you because you're confident, because they lack it. They hate you because you're positive and optimistic about life, even though it could be total chaos around you. But you choose to want to do better. You want to get out of that state. You don't want to operate low. They don't like you because of that, because in their mind, they're comfortable in that low state, right? Um, and these people, they can attack you. They can attack you, work against you, tell people lies about you to block certain opportunities for you. A lot of y'all, you probably experienced in the past, within the recent 2 years, right? So where you felt like there were opportunities, not always financial, but socially, romance, whatever, but you can sense that there's been talks about you. And you're like, where is this stuff coming from? I'm not even around. How are people speaking so negatively of me? How are there bad conversation about me? And I'm not even around nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? That's because people were spreading intentional lies. They know it's lies. They're spreading intentional gossip about you to block opportunities because they hated how much people liked you. They hated that you got crushes, people crushing on you. They don't like that because they ain't find nobody crushing on them. So they're gonna try to spread lies about you to block these different opportunities, block relationships, block connections, block finances, all of that. Um, to make your life a living hell because you being in heaven makes them feel like they're in hell. You being happy makes them miserable. And they can't understand, man. Like, it's almost like it's a childlike state, man. Because in their mind, why do you get to be happy? In their mind, why they want attention. They're desperate for it, some of them. but you just mind your business and you like who you are and you're not caught up in what people think. And they're like, how can they be so unbothered? How can they operate like that? How can they just not want to get attention? If that was me, I'd be so greedy trying to get all the attention. If that was me, I'd be doing this. And that's why they don't have what you have. God bless you with the gift that he gave you because he knows you'll be able to handle it. He know that you won't be arrogant. He know that you won't be using your gift to knock other people down or to take advantage of people. That's why you have the gift. A lot of these toxic people, they like, yo, if I had that, man, I'll be doing so much dirt. I'll be doing this. I'll be trying to work my way around that. Uh, but that's why they don't got your gift because they don't know how to handle it. You understand? Carly said hi. Bretta O'Larry, what's up? Appreciate you joining the chat. Welcome in, subscribe. Sherry says some darkness is comfortable because they believe the lies and negativity instead of accepting the truth and the light in others. Real talk. That's a whole fact. It's not that they don't want to accept it. How can I say this? They naturally reject the truth and the light in other people because they enjoy the darkness. Like you said, they enjoy the darkness. They're comfortable in that space. They naturally reject light. And it's decision. It's a decision. We got to, in the world we live in, y'all, to be honest with you, with the way things are going, that's going to be the two teams. What team you playing for? What team are you on? What team are you trying to be on? Are you trying to be in light or you in darkness? You want to be with the devil or you want to be with God or the gods, right? Even wealth, you want to be rich or you want to be poor. You know what I'm saying? You want a good life and be joyful or you want to be negative and miserable. It's either or right now. And some people tell themselves they want to be in darkness. They love it there. They're comfortable there. They find joy in the darkness. And they'll work against people that's in the light. It's sad, man. It's sad. And, sometimes in my past, a lot of these people, they try to get close to you. And you got to watch people who want to get close to you so easily. I was reading Robert Greene, I think it was 48 Laws of Power, but he had this short on YouTube I was looking at. And he was saying, watch out for people that want to get close to you fast. Like people that they're excited to meet you. They want to get around you. They want to talk to you all the time. He said, watch out for those people. Because usually those people are trying to work their way into your energy so quick because they're trying to undermine you. They want to make sure they can get in your energy. They want to make sure they get there so that they can have access to you to take away what you have. So be mindful of the people that want to be around you. They want to talk to you all the time. They want to follow you on social media. They want to hang out. They want to get coffee. They want to do this. What's your name? They're trying to find all this information about you. On the surface, it could look like they really like you and they're really into you on the surface. But really, they want to get close to you to get access to you, to find out what you have so that they can try to take that away. So they can either extract information from you and run with it so that it could benefit them, or just get into your energy, make sure they're close enough and have the necessary access to you to then sabotage, to stop you, block you, put their negativity into your life. And you say to yourself, why would somebody want to do that? Why would somebody naturally want to come into my life and do dirt and pull me down or sabotage me or spread lies about me or gain access to me like that? I haven't done anything to this person. Why would they want to go out of their way to do all these wicked things? That's because they're in darkness. Wait, just like how if you're in light, right? If you operate in light and on a day-to-day basis, you might think about how you can help somebody. You might think about calling somebody that you love, right? And you call them up on the phone, you check up on them. There's a lot of people that operate in darkness, and that's their thinking. When I say dark and light, I'm talking about states of mind and states of being. Like when they're in darkness, that's what they think about. How can I destroy this person? I'm jealous of this person. How can I make them look bad and embarrass them in front of everybody so I can get the attention? This is the type of shit they think about. This isn't a normal person's mind. They thinking about, damn, they got a nice car. How can I make them crash it? Damn, everybody at work like them. How can I spread lies about them to make people not fuck with them no more? To make people not rock with them? They're trying to find different ways to diminish your light. They're trying to find different ways to make things more difficult for you because you look like you having a good life. Right? They're toxic. And a lot of these individuals, they're super insecure. They don't like themselves, so how they gonna like you? And your light, your personality, your gift of walking into a room and being the joy of the room, being the light. Everybody feels better. Everybody relaxes when you show up. You operating as that person, they despise you. They resent you. In their mind, on the surface, they might look unbothered. They might eat their food or drink whatever. But inside of them, they're like, yo, I can't stand this motherfucker. I hate them so much. Because it's like a little kid that didn't get the attention or didn't get the toy they wanted. It's really childlike, right? These people are childish. And so you got to protect your energy from these people, man. Sherry said, well, I got to go back. It's Joy. He said, you can tell by your conversations how much wisdom are they giving you. Yeah. Tisha West said, not sure if it's the light, but you're looking really shiny, zero hate. Oh, appreciate you, Tisha. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. But that's what I mean, yo. When you are operating in light, when you worked on yourself, when you built your body, when you practicing meditation, you praying, you eating good food. You don't want to eat the honey buns from the store. You cooking, you eating good, you eating clean. You listening to good music, high vibrational music. Do you understand what that does to your frequency? Do you understand what that does to your face? You understand me? Like, it's almost like you turn into a new person. Like you've upgraded to the 10th degree. And you start shining, your face starts shining, your hair starts, your grays will go away right now if you have them. If you're an older person. If you're a younger person, you might be struggling with your weight. Not only is the weight going to fall off, but you're going to feel like, I can't explain to you how when you lose weight and you really get in shape, the weight falling off feels super good. It's almost like wearing a really comfortable jacket or putting on a really good blanket. You know how you wear a blanket, you feel good, you kind of hug yourself in the blanket like this? That's how you feel when you lose weight, if you're overweight. That's how you feel. You feel good. You feel comfortable. You can move your body around. You can feel a flat stomach. You really start liking yourself when you mold yourself into the person that you want to be or that you would like. And these damn devils, man, these evil people, they lazy as hell. Why are you mad at everybody when you're lazy? You mad at the person that's doing well, but you don't want to put in the work to get to that position. You mad at the person that looks good and is confident. Shorty got her body banging, but the girl, the hater of hers, is super insecure, but you don't go to the gym. They mad at the dude with the broad shoulders, the flat stomach, the big chest, right? But bro, you don't work out. You don't overdo push-ups or nothing at home. You don't do anything, but you're mad at somebody that worked hard to get the results. You're mad at somebody for vibrating high, but they made the decision to invest in themselves spiritually. And the hate is really a laziness. You mad at somebody for having what you don't have, but you refuse to put in the work to do it. You just want to sit around, be lazy, and hate. And in my past, you know what I try to do, y'all? When I saw certain people, I could tell some negative energy. I try to help them, right? Because it's like sometimes they mad because they don't have the result. So you try to help certain people. Some dudes will come to me with for women, how you, bro, how you know what I'm saying? You try to help people, but you know what happens when you try to help some people some of the time. Actually, it's most of the time from my personal experience. The same person that you would help don't like you. They don't like you because you helped them. You know why? Because they felt vulnerable. It's almost like they're mad that they didn't naturally have the ability to help themselves and they had to come to you for help. So you represent a lack that they have. They lack something that they probably felt they should have been able to get, but they don't know. They know how to do it, so they have to go to you. But that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to invest in each other. We're supposed to help each other grow. It's like people are super insecure, man. And with the day and age of social media, yeah, let me tell you something, y'all. Let me tell you who you should follow on social media. Follow the people that you don't know, like personally. If you talking to people, if the people that from your past, middle school, high school, even over like people that you cut off, don't follow them on social media. When you have people that's close to you that follow you on social media, they'll hate you. Because in their mind, y'all were in the same rooms, y'all shook hands, y'all hugged, y'all drank together, smoked together, ate food, did a bunch of bullshit. But how are you so happy now? How did you lose weight? How did you build your body? How are you living here? And I'm living like totally completely different. And we were in the same room, went to the same schools. You know what they'll do? If they know where you're at, where you live, or if they know what you have going on, they try to work against you because it bothers them to know that they had the same time, resources, and opportunities that you had, but you chose to do something with it because you love yourself and you wanted to make something out of yourself. And you have a gift and you're using your gift, you're using your good energy, you're using your intelligence, you're using the gifts that you naturally have. Your personality is a gift. A lot of people, some people's personalities are stronger than others, but that energy to affect people when you walk into rooms like that, that's a gift. God gave that to you. So you're using that to your advantage for good. And they just drawing a comparison to you. And they're like, why he got that? Why she got that? Why? Instead of focusing on the gifts that God gave them, because they got gifts too, they don't want to see that. In their mind, they turn into a witch. Negative, insecure, miserable people turn into witches. Just like how you turn yourself into an earth angel by continuously vibrating high, keep doing good by yourself. Like you love yourself, or you do good by yourself, and you also do good to other people. Um, they're so miserable and they've invested so much into their own negativity that they have now become a witch. They're so caught up in so much negativity, they've become a witch, male or female. So the only thing is on their mind, the only time they on is demon time because they're a devil. So as you're building, as you're growing, as you're making things happen, move in silence. One of the first arms of defense is camouflage. If you study nature, one of the first lines of defense is camouflage because people can't disrupt or destroy or hurt something that they don't even know is there, that they're unaware of. You can't destroy something that you're unaware of. So that's why you see in nature, certain animals will automatically camouflage. They'll automatically, like I don't know, like a lizard. A lot of lizards or frogs, they have a lot of camouflage, and they'll go somewhere and they'll camouflage themselves immediately. They won't fight. They won't inject some venom. They'll camouflage themselves. That's the first line of defense. I'm not saying hide. I'm saying it's none of nobody business what you're doing. I'm saying you're not running away from anyone, but you're just protecting yourself, right? And most people, when you really want to be honest, yo, with the type of time that you have to be on out here, the majority of people that you come across, and they don't even deserve to know what you have going on, y'all. Because you really don't know who people are. A lot of people can give you their life story, or over a period of time, you can learn how people are, but you still don't really know. People could be hiding so much from you. So when people are aware of what you have going on, you could be telling the devil. You could be telling the exact person that's trying to stop you. So watch out for that. Um, girl, a girl's Irene girl says, "Hello, how's your day going?" My day is good. How about you? Where you from? Joseph Forrester says, "Jesus is God." Lady Free says, "Sad but true." Yeah, it's sad, man. And it's nothing but facts. One delish. Right on. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hit the like button. Um, Bloop said they know not what they do. Sherry said most people like that are very unhappy with themselves. I talk to those types. Their inner person is struggling with themselves. All they know is misery and sorrow. They can't escape mentally. Sheesh. Yeah, that's tough, man. But it's like they don't even realize how powerful they are, or they just keep on with the cycle. And some people don't. It's like they like you said, they're struggling with themselves. So when they see you that's operating in a lighter energy and you've overcome some of the same things that they're struggling with, they like in their mind, it's like, how are they doing that? How did they do that? It's really insecurity. And it could make you have empathy for them as you should, but you have to have empathy with boundaries because you could be empathetic and trying to help the very person that's trying to hurt you. And a lot of people try to play games. The same person that try to play the sorry role, like they walk around sorry for themselves, some people they like operating that character because they know they're able to attract empathetic people who want to help. And you trying to help them and they'll pull you down with them. So you got to practice discernment even when you want to help people or come across people like that. Even if you want to give them some encouragement or want to help them, you have to still be discerning because some people play roles. Some people will act. We got a lot of actors out here. And these toxic people, they some actors. They know how to act in a certain way to take advantage of people. They think they're the smartest person ever, and they think most people are stupid. And they tell themselves if they act a certain way, they could trick people. If they act helpless or hopeless, they can lure in and attract the empath who wants to be helpful, and they'll manipulate that situation. So let's be mindful. You know what I mean? Is Joy Light said cause and effect. God will bring your blessings, but you have to reach out and grab them. Yeah. You always got to take action. The opportunities are going to be there for you. It's just for you to just walk into it. Just take advantage of it. That's a fact. Um, Lady Reed said they will turn on you when you help them. Yeah, a lot of times I've experienced that in the past, y'all. When the very people that you see is struggling to get themselves together, struggling with their health, struggling with their insecurities, struggling with their inner battles, when you help them, in return, they'll try to destroy you because they're mad that they needed to come to you for help. It's like coming to you for help made them feel small. It made them feel like helpless, like they have no other option. And it made them feel powerless. So they'll resent you from being the person that helped them, but they needed the damn help. So people are twisted, man. That's why sometimes the best thing to do is just kind of leave people alone. Um, and I'm not saying be antisocial. What I mean is when you see somebody struggling, you can offer them some encouragement, but don't do too much out here, y'all. Like you said, the same person that you'll be trying to help in return will try to pull you down, right? So you gotta know boundaries and you gotta pay attention to the signs. A lot of times your intuition will tell you, well, okay, I kind of want to offer some help. Okay, but I see how they moving. I see that this might be taxing on me. So let me just dial back a little bit and protect my energy and you know what I'm saying? And create a distance, create a boundary. Because people, it's crazy how, and that's the sad part. You trying to help somebody and they trying to tear you down in return. It's crazy. Um, JPMCY says same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to Jesus when he returned to Nazareth. Yeah. Bloop said the trick is to detach from the matrix, including distracting yourself from people who are plugged into the matrix. Then come back in and it'll be easier to call it out so you don't get caught up. Yeah, man, you hit it spot on. Uh this matrix, y'all, I've been watching the news ever since I just got back home, right? The news. ICE. And there's so many like deletions of white people I never thought I'd see today. But, and not saying I wanted to see today, but it's like, you can't even believe what's going on out here in the world. And the Matrix wants you to be so invested in negativity, the bad news, the economy, Trump, this, that. And if you pay attention to that stuff, you can waste time, energy, and potential when you could have been using that time to build yourself, to raise your vibration, to keep yourself balanced, to invest in yourself financially, you invest into your health. And if you take the same negative energy that you're consuming from the world, and then, like you said, unplug from the matrix, shout out to Blue. When you unplug from the matrix and plug into yourself, you go up, you elevate. And so no matter what's going on in the world, you'll always be good because you took the time and energy and resources to really invest into yourself so you could be straight. You know what I mean? In every area, mentally, spiritually, financially, everything, in your social life. So I don't even pay attention to the negativity like that, but some people do all day. You heard what happened. You heard what Trump said. You saw what ICE doing. You saw what this person said on social media. Before I used to be tapped into it, but now for the most part, I don't care. And my percentage is different. So some people spend all day listening to the social media and the news, but I have like a percentage, like 80% focused on myself, and then like 20% to a 10%. You gotta be aware. You gotta know what's going on around you. But I say takes a lot of that focus off and put it more towards building yourself up, even spiritually. Like we living in times of spiritual warfare, which is really what this video is about. Narcissistic, toxic, negative, low frequency, low vibrational people that want to come into your energy to bring you down because you vibrate high. Like I said, guys, the only thing you have is your energy. That's all you have in this world is time and your physical energy and even your spiritual energy that helps you to generate everything that you're doing. So you can't afford to allow negative, toxic people into your life to pull you down, right? You have to protect your energy from these people. Separate yourself. If you see that they're toxic and you see the red flags, don't keep trying to help them. They don't care to be helped, a lot of them. They just want to keep coming around you so they can pull you down to their level. So protect yourself. You know, make excuses. Now I gotta go here. I'll see you later. I got this to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta protect yourself by all means because your life depends on it. You know what's crazy, yo? What I realized, even though I'm still really young, but what life taught me, but I've always been super mature for my age. What life taught me is that the wrong people could ruin your life. You could have the best intentions in the world. You could want to help somebody, yo, but letting the wrong person into your life can ruin everything. All the hard work, all the things that you've built, your health, your finances, everything that you work hard to build could be taken away from you from the wrong people. The wrong person, one person, it don't take a group. It could be that one. and you gotta spot it, and you gotta check that shit at the door. And sometimes the door shouldn't even be there for them. You shouldn't even have no open doors for certain people, yo. So protect your energy. Um, it's Joy Light said meditation and isolation. You need that. You need to be spiritually strong now, but more than ever before. There's people out here that's trying to siphon you. There's people out here that are praying against you. There's a world around you where it's chaos, it's dysfunction. So you have to stay balanced. You got to meditate and be in control of your energy so that as you're going throughout the day, you're emotionally and spiritually balanced and you're not letting the negativity and the dysfunctions of the world to overwhelm you. So meditation or isolation, yeah, it grounds you. It stabilizes you. Some people don't know how to handle the stresses of life because they're not grounded in their energy. So yeah, tap in with the meditation. And you do need some isolation. It may not be long, which I'll recommend. It's not that, being so isolated isn't that good either. But um you have to have some solitude throughout your day. Just taking time to yourself to think, to flow, to vibrate, you know what I'm saying? To separate yourself from the chaos of the world and just be to yourself. And sometimes that's what does it to you. Um, Covert narcissist. Y'all love Tupac brother alone. Y'all leave Tupac brother alone. Who said that? Y'all leave Tupac brother alone. Um, it's Joy Light said, I really need this video. Time to upgrade. Yeah. You gotta stay elevated, man. Stay elevated. She said, Lady Reed said, yeah, the wrong people could totally ruin your life. They could destroy your entire life off of nothing. Michael said, thank you, I'm grateful. Juju, what's up, Juju? And something something to look forward to right here, bro. Yeah, shout out. Hit the like button. Yeah. So, you know, protect your energy, man. You can't apologize for this. You gotta be really unapologetic with how you move in this world. You can't apologize for protecting your energy. You can't apologize for um moving in silence. That's how you're supposed to move. You know how I be feeling sometimes, yo, especially as a black man? It's like, just in general, when you're a high vibrational person and you keep running into the same issues and problems, regardless of race, and you feel like you're being attacked, when you're just doing the same thing everybody else out here is doing, but you got a target on you because people can sense your energy. Negative people, just like how a lot of times a good amount of people can sense that you have good energy and they'll compliment you on it. The reasons why you get hate is because some people recognize your good energy and they can't stand that shit. And they're gonna try to bring you down. They're gonna try to destroy your life. So you gotta move like almost like a vigilante sometimes. You know what a vigilante is? Think about Batman. Think about some of these superheroes, right? Where they gotta move in silence and be strategic because they can't afford to have their identity exposed and they can't afford for the work that they're really doing behind the scenes to be disrupted. Like Batman, how he go into his back cave and all that. He was really like a vigilante and he'll come out as somebody else. I'm not saying be a chameleon. I'm saying you got to be real unapologetic and protect the things that you're working on behind the scenes. As if you a whole superhero behind the scenes. You got to be a vigilante in this way. People shouldn't know that much about you personally. You can have I've been talking to y'all on this for how long? But I don't mean I'm sharing a bunch of personal information, like real, vivid, personal things. You got to learn how to play the game of life sometimes. And that, a lot of times, that entails you being surface level. You can't tell people what you have going on or what or personal stuff because, people crazy, yo. People will stalk you. I've been stalked on social media. I've been stalked probably on this platform right here on YouTube. Some of my subscribers probably people that I cut off from the past and they watching and they stalking, right? You can't share too much personal information and just you gotta protect yourself. Um, Shout out to something to look forward to. I subscribe. I appreciate you. Welcome to the family. It's Joy Light said we are creators, not destroyers. That's why we're here. We're here to create. We're here to create, man. And a big part of that is working with other people. How can you create when you don't got a team? Everybody has a team. Everybody needs it needs people to create with, you know what I'm saying? Or create for. Uh I'm a fish. Yeah, I'm a fish. Shout out said a narcissist can see your worth and exploit that, and the empath will project their own worth onto the narcissist unconsciously, which gives it away until you detach yourself. Cold. That was cold. Yeah. He said that. I'm gonna read that again. I like that passage. He said the empath will project their own worth onto the narcissist unconsciously, which gives it away until you detach yourself. Yeah. A lot of these narcissists is very it's tricky. They try to manipulate. They'll gaslight. So the narcissist, a lot of times a narcissistic person, they'll try to diminish your worth. They'll try to make you feel like you're nothing, you're nobody. But the whole time they know you the shit. They know how great you are. But their job, right, is to make sure that you don't know how great you are. So uh they will, because they see your worth, that's why they attack you. That's why they try to reel you in like a fish. But they also have to make sure you don't really know how great you are, so that they can exploit certain things about you. You know what I mean? Um, don't let nobody play with you out here, man. That's why I say when you meditate, when you pray, it makes you very spiritually aware, and you can spot these type of narcissistic, toxic people from afar. You know what I'm saying? Even before they get close to you, you can pick it up on the energy. You can tell and you can see that they on some like they weird. It's like the vibe is like, why you moving that way? Why you ask me those questions? You're able to pick up on these things because your third eye is open. You're spiritually aware. And even if the common human eye may be able to miss certain things, when your spiritual eye is open, you can detect bullshit. So you can protect yourself and nah, I'm good. Yeah, nah, you want to hang out? Nah, man. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, pick up my son, or I gotta go, fix my car, or you just move around them because you can pick up on the goddamn energy. You can tell, okay, they're trying to reel me in. Oh, see, they're trying to diminish me. They're trying to humble me. In your mind, you could be fully aware, and so their mental gymnastics can't work because you're so in tune with yourself through the meditation and the prayer. You being in tune with yourself allows you to be in tune with everybody else. So you can pick up on who's trying to manipulate. You can pick up on who has good intentions or not because your energy, your spirit is strong, right? Sometimes the best protection you got is just spiritual protection, not a gun, not a. But if you could just pick up on negative energy or bullshit, you'll be able to, you know what I mean? You can navigate and move. Feel me? Shane Bailey said, hi, what's up, Shane? I'm a fish said, move in silence. Like you're playing Survivor. Survivor, yeah. LOL, I learned that the hard way. Yeah, you gotta be like a vigilante out here. Move in silence. In fact, I learned the hard way too, man. Sometimes I learned the hard way too. Um, it's Jovi Light said the bigger picture. Lady Reed said they will stalk you in real life too. Oh my God. Yeah. I wonder what happened to you. I wonder if like where did you get followed? But yeah, people stalk you. People show up to your job. They don't have no business being there. They don't want, let's say you work at a store, they don't want any of the products. They just want to come around and snoop up on you and see what you're doing. Great people crazy as hell, yo. Plant-based black man. Shout out to plant-based black man. Said Is this Charlie Wilson? My name is Charlie. Last name what? Yeah. So this is really important, man. Embrace your light. Don't dim it, but just know how to protect it. Move in silence. Watch your surroundings. Be able to pick up on negative energy and people who don't have good intentions towards you. Pay attention to the red flags. And keep developing your spiritual self and just your life in general, your body, your mind, your health. Um, be aware, but don't be consumed. You can be aware of the dysfunctions and the drama that's going on in the world, but that doesn't mean you're letting that information consume you. You're just being aware so you know what's going on and how you know how to move. And know how to deal with toxic people. And see, a lot of toxic people, they think they're trying to destroy you, or that they can destroy you. But the best way to destroy them is to unplug from them, is to detach. Toxic people, they thrive on your gift. They thrive on being connected to you because they're harnessing your energy, your light, your energy, even you just being around them, your personality makes them feel alive. But when you're gone, they get drained, they get depleted, they feel lifeless because you were the lifeline, your energy, right? Your presence, your personality, you being happy, you being confident. A lot of people that don't have that, they try to lean on, like, how you standing next to like a pole or something in the street or a stop sign or a bus stop. I could just lean on the damn thing like that and wait, or lean on, let's say you're on a train, you could lean on a glass door, like right there. You could just kind of, that's what low vibrational people will try to do to you as a high vibrational person. This person that went through the fire. You learn how to like yourself and love yourself. You develop your confidence. You have a gift in energy. You have good energy. You vibrate high. Negative, low vibrational people, they'll try to lean on you, just like this. And you wonder why things feel heavier for you. You wonder why you feel stressed. You wonder why you having some roadblocks or setbacks, or things just aren't, something just doesn't feel right. That's because you got people leaning on you. They leaning on you and they're siphoning your energy. They're pulling on your energy. And because they don't possess the qualities that you have that allows you to garner attention, respect, success, financial wealth, whatever, they lean on you. They try to come, they just want to exist around you so that they can use you for everything that they don't have the work ethic or the will to develop for themselves. Don't let nobody lean on you out here. Step away from them and let them fall if they have to. But the times we living in, man, you can't afford to allow anybody around you that just want to use you or exploit you or want to lean on you. You can kind of help or be helpful, but you got to protect yourself because you can't let somebody lean on you, because them leaning on you can result in them pulling you down. Now not only are you messed up, now two people messed up. See, they're trying to lean on you, but you leaned on God. You leaning on God and they trying to lean on you. Nah, I lean on God. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so you're like supply for these people. Shout out to shout out to y'all. Y'all just, yeah, it's the same thing. I am aware, but I think I am being consumed by this. When you remove your supply, you start to see how much their happiness depended on you and your emotional support. Hit it on the head. That's a fact. They want to lean on you. They want to use you for your energy. They siphon you. Their happiness was predicated on them consuming your energy because you're always happy. So now they feel better. They feel higher. Their energy is better because they're soaking up your energy. And a lot of people, you were supportive of them. You showed up for them. You applauded them. You were there to help them with their dreams and goals. And you know what I'm saying? And you'll know how powerful you are and how much you matter to a lot of these narcissistic people when they looking for you. Where you at? They stalking you. They're reaching out to you. They're DMing you. They're sending you emails. They want to get back to you because so much of the stability and the growth of their life depended on your emotional support. You're just you being there for a lot of people changed their life. And now you're gone. Now it's lonely, it's cold, and they're not really happy like that. You did a lot. Y'all did a lot for people, man. And I can say for experience, you did a lot for people. A lot of people's lives changed because you was in it. But they were just, they just wanted to lean on you. They were just leaning on you, fam. It was just leaning on you. And when you remove yourself, when you remove the couch, the pole they're leaning on, they don't know what to do. Now, a lot of these people, unfortunately, their life falls apart. A lot of them. Just like how you'll be at a job or something, and everything in the job will be popping, but when you step away, everything kind of falls apart. There's drama, people fighting. That's because you were the glue, because you have good energy. You offer emotional support. You know how to galvanize people. You have good leadership. You're strong. When you're an earth angel or you're a high vibrational person, you have this authority about you that you don't even sometimes realize. When you walk into certain settings, you automatically stabilize environments with just your presence. And so when you leave a lot of these people, they're like, damn, what's going on? Now it's chaos. Now it's problems, it's issues. I gotta get to this comment. Sherry Allen, Sherry said, correction. I always enjoy your dialogue. I'm going to turn it down for the night. Until next time, sir. Appreciate you, Sherry. I'm turning it down right now, too. I've been on here for a little while. Time flies. Pac is a real brother, and it's like a 6'7" with Pac and Nip. Yeah, the empath also needs to learn how to accept healthy love. That's the hardest, but most important part of finding your vibrational match. Yeah, you'll find that. You'll find that match. Something to look forward to said, thanks for this live. I had no idea this was live. Yeah. Justin said, I just blocked my narcissistic, emotional, abusive brother. I beat myself up for a few days but I can't take him with me to where I'm going. I still love him, but I had to let him go. Yeah. Yo, man, you gotta protect yourself, put yourself first. If you maintaining your peace requires you to kind of like remove people, do what you got to do. You know, everybody knows what they can take, what their limitations are. But a lot of times you shouldn't even be putting up with certain things to begin with. So you got to set those boundaries. Yes, Justin, sometimes you must go no contact for your own good. That's the best. Yo, I tell y'all, man, before as we closing out, your energy will shift when you finally cut off the people that were like toxic in your life. Your energy will shift. You'll start to feel a lot better. You'll feel lighter. You'll go to sleep more. Opportunities will start coming in. You'll start manifesting more because a lot of these negative people in your life could be blocking you. They could be blocking you. They're blocking you. They're blocking your blessings. They're suppressing you. You're trying to uplift them, but they're suppressing you because they have so much negativity, dysfunction, drama, issues, and it really, without you even realizing it, it takes away from your growth or just from your peace of mind and your well-being, right? And like you said, Justin said, like you can finally breathe. You can finally breathe. Life, life just feels lighter. Everything feels lighter. You sleep better. You have less stress. That's because you got rid of dead weight. People that's around you and they're just bringing problems and drama and you're stressed and you know what I'm saying? Like I'll try to avoid that because what's the point of being alive and dealing with unnecessary drama? Especially in the times we living in when everything is just dramatic and negative, right? So, it's been peaceful. It's like I can fully breathe now. Lady Reed said I had to go no contact with a close family member. Yo, man, it's crazy. That's a lot of times it's the best thing for you to do, and your life will change immediately. A lot of times you wonder, like something's off, or you feel like you should have certain things that you've been working on already, but it just hasn't happened. It's the key sometimes to removing these negative people. You just gotta, you know what I mean? You just gotta you just have to follow that. If you have a sense that you need to cut some people off, sometimes the empath could be too patient, too kind, too understanding, too loving. But you got to pour that love into yourself. And if you really love yourself, you'll make sure to remove the negative people that's weighing you down, yo. You got to protect yourself. So that's it, y'all, for the night. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you for having this conversation. For the content, donate to the Cash App to, we can keep making the content better and improving it. Cash App, $Randy.Harlequin 3. And keep subscribe, man. We're going to keep having these conversations to grow in our personal development, be aware of what's going on, getting in shape, being healthy, looking good, feeling better. You know what I mean? And y'all have a blessed night. Keep enjoying life. Keep living good. And stay away from negative, toxic, dysfunctional energies. We can't afford to be drained because we got to go up. We have to go up. We have to keep rising. That's it, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.